Hi all, it's Marissa. Today we are going to talk about what you can do to market your home and sell it faster without having to reduce the price. Specifically in the Fox Valley, we are seeing a shift in the real estate market due to the rise in interest rates and just seasonal slowdown in the fall and winter. I cannot even tell you how many price changes I have seen in the recent couple weeks. So I'm here to give you a couple tips on what else we can do besides just price reductions to make the home sell a little bit quicker. And this video, of course, will be helpful for agents as well. So if you're an agent, keep watching. You're gonna evaluate your listing and it might need some updated pictures. The primary photo is so important in a listing. You want something that's nice and straight on and really captures the essence of the entire property. If we have a lot of the property cut off, or maybe it's not the most flattering angle of the house, that is gonna be the first picture that people are seeing when they are doing their home search. So first impressions really are everything, and we wanna make sure that that first primary photo is top notch, and then the rest of the photos as well. Most buyers are starting their home searches online, so listing photos are super, super important. If you have not had professional photography done on your listing and your listing's not selling, one of the things that you can try is getting professional photography done. You can switch out the photos on a listing at any point in the process. So as soon as your listing is out there, that doesn't mean that the pictures are concrete. You can switch them out. So if you took, pictures on a rainy day and you want to go back and take them on a sunny day, you can do that. Staging is really more about taking things away rather than adding them back in. So you can effectively stage without spending lots of money. The two things to keep in mind are 1, decluttering, and 2, depersonalizing. So taking down all of those family photos and taking down super personal aspects and making them more neutral will really help your home sell a bit faster. And then just decluttering in general, making sure it's clean. I recently made a reel about this, but bathrooms. If potential buyers walking through don't need to use it in the bathroom, it doesn't need to be out. That is my tip for you. If you think about it that way, you'll look at your toothbrushes and be like, okay, is the potential buyer gonna use this? No, I can put that away. But they will need soap, they will need a hand towel, they might need Kleenex, so things like that you can leave out. However, if it's like your hair straightener or your toothbrush or your hairspray, like we don't need to leave that out, we just need the basics left out. Decluttering as much as we possibly can help the buyer envision themselves in the space, and the space will appear larger. Another big thing is with closets. If we have all of our seasonal clothes and just all the clothes we own in the closet can appear pretty small. But if we take our seasonal clothes and put them in storage, and then we have a lot of extra room in the closet, buyers will look at that and be like, wow, there's so much room in that closet. This closet is huge. Another tip that I really love is having a laundry basket, and when you are notified of showings, just picking up a lot of clutter around the house, putting it in the laundry basket, taking it with you, like literally just put it in the trunk. That way you don't have to put everything away and take the time to put it away. You can just kind of grab and go and then deal with it later. I also really want to share some listing photos, and I'm not going to use someone else's listing photos because I really don't want anyone to get offended. So therefore, I'm going to use my own. And I'm going to share with you some of the mistakes that I made in the past with not telling people to stage, and then I'll share with you some of the success stories that I've had with telling people to stage. So number 1 is items on the front and sides of your fridge. You need to remove all of those. I will insert a before and after of what that looks like, and so you can see just how much of a difference that it makes. Decluttering your countertops makes a huge difference. Putting away any seasonal decor, at least for pictures, will be helpful as well. And then yes, bold and bright paint colors, switching them to more neutrals and appealing to the most amount of buyers as possible. I'm also going to insert a couple pictures from a recent listing I had where I gave my seller a checklist, and she did a phenomenal job. I don't even think I had notes when I went back the second time. But she did such a great job in staging. It was all with things that she currently owned, and like I said, it was more about taking things away rather than adding them back in. My next tip has to do with marketing and advertising. So for the most part, buyers will have a search set up for themselves, and if they are seriously looking, they will be getting notifications of all of these new listings. But in some cases, people might want to buy, but they're not really 2 feet in yet. So they're kind of just curious, just looking, and sometimes we need that extra exposure for the listing. And that could include postcards. We could have just listed postcards. We could do open house postcards. We could run Facebook ads. There are various marketing tactics that we can use to increase our exposure and reach of the property. And then my 4th tip are open houses. The thing with open houses is that typically if we have super serious buyers looking, they're gonna be pre-approved, they're gonna be working with an agent, they're gonna set up an appointment. So that's why I don't always recommend doing open houses right away in the listing process. A couple weeks in, if we're still not seeing any movement, we might want to have an open house just to increase the exposure. Once again, invite the neighbors, see if they know anyone, and just drum up a little bit of interest there. And last but not least, my final tip is to reach back out to the agents and the buyers who have viewed your home and see if there is any interest there, or if you can get some additional feedback from them. Maybe you will get some feedback about staging or listing photos, or the cleanliness of the house, things that you could change. Of course, there's a chance that you could get feedback about the location and busy street, things that you can not necessarily change, but that's where price would come into effect. So those are all of my tips on things that you can do before reducing the price. Of course, reducing the price is not necessarily a bad thing. Super important thing to keep in mind is in the pre-listing stage of listing your home, make sure that you listen to your agent and look at the data and price your home accordingly so that you don't have to get into this situation where you're going to need a price drop. Of course, in the market shifting, we're going to see more price drops than usual because the comps that we're looking at, homes have been selling a little bit faster than they are right now. So that's where all of these price drops are coming into effect. Agents, look at the comps and be confident on the range that you're giving your sellers. I hope this information was helpful, and if you need any help navigating the market, I am just a text, phone call, or email away, so please don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.